Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to Let's Build Haven Bay, another episode, new opportunities, and today we're going to be building, as the title and the thumbnail might already have spoiled for you, another residential house here. Last episode we built this and you guys were amazing in the comment section as usual. Today, let's see how much we can do in this episode here. I just got home from the gym. I'm smelling like a wet dog or something, I don't know. A lot of sweaty smells here, and I also have a protein shake here. I'm gonna take a sip of that. And we're gonna start building. So I want to build this one here. As you can see, I'm kind of building like clockwise here. Building them, and then I think we're eventually gonna end up here, and then we're gonna start moving to the buildings in the back. I think that's the best way to go with it, just so we can kind of get a feeling. We're already getting there. There's a lot of buildings here and stuff like that, but I want to get more of a whole picture here. In between the episodes, I have been flying around this map, which is beautiful. It's built by Lord Dakr. If you want to check it out for yourself, there should be a link down in the description, so you can download it and play around with it for yourself. It's amazing. It's probably one of the best maps I've ever seen, and yeah, it's just done an amazing job, I think. So if you want to check it out for yourself, make sure to go down there, find the link, and have a lot of fun. There's hours and hours of exploration in this map which you can do, and I've been doing that a little bit because I'm trying to scout out locations for new projects, and I'll show you right here. I have a lot of possible areas to build in. So what I want you guys to kind of help me with is to decide what kind of style we should go with next. Because I have plans to do a lot more villages and smaller towns around the desert here, which will be connected up with roads and stuff. But I would also like to do some different styles so we don't get boring. I'm gonna take some more protein shake here. So I don't know, because I would love to do some kind of a Nordic style. I haven't done that in years. I used to do a lot of Nordic medieval before I started doing YouTube, and that was a lot of fun to me, at least. And I did a lot of building, made some towns and stuff, and yeah, I would love to get back to that again. I love that style, and I'm from Norway, so it kind of fits, right? So I think that would be fun to do some Nordic, or I could do some medieval. I would also like to do some tribal stuff, like not as civilized as the towns we're building now, more of a tribal town. I think that would be cool. We have there's a massive jungle which looks amazing, so it would be fun to build something there, I think. I'm trying to figure out how I will do this building here though, because what is cool here is that it's in a slope, so we could have an entrance from like this upper part here into the second floor, and then we could have some kind of store or something in the bottom floor. I think that would be cool. So let's try to do that. Some kind of some kind of shop or some kind of service that this guy can provide, I think would be cool to have in the first floor. Should we build it bigger than this though? I don't think we should. Let's rise up some blocks here and kind of see what we're dealing with here. We're gonna bring this one right here, and then we're gonna kind of mark out some areas and stuff like that, so it's easier for us to see it. That's always how I like to do things here. And then we can fill in with red and use a brush to fill in the walls in the blocks that we want to have here. So let's do something like this, and then we're having, so let's see now, if this is the first floor right here, then we have, I guess we could have a 3-story tall building like that, or a floor. It's not too tall, but it's enough to get the job done. So let's do that here, and then it's very accessible from here. We can just kind of make a small staircase up to the second floor, or no, let's actually go bigger, because if it's gonna have some kind of service down here, you want to have a little decent headspace, I suppose. And I also think it looks cool when you have staircases like this on the outside. So that allows us to have a little bit more of a staircase on the outside here. And then filling in with these right here. I'm gonna fill these up, and what I like to do is to have a lot of kind of levels, elevations and stuff like that happening. You can see that in all my other builds. There's a lot of things happening, and it's not just plain sides. Everything kind of elevates and do some kind of cool shapes, and kind of looks like it's built on top of each other. And I kind of want to do the same here. So let's see what we can do here. What if we... Let's go in a little bit here. I don't know how that will look. I haven't done that in the building yet, but I think that might add some characteristic to the build. And then put that over here. Is that? Yeah, that's an odd number. Awesome. So then we can kind of bring this in right here like that. And we're going to make this 4 tall as well. So now we have 4, and then 1 for like the ceiling or something like that. So now we have like more of a elevated plateau right here. And then in the back here, I think this one will also elevate together with this one. Like this. And then this one comes up like that. And then we bring all of you guys together with some red. And then you here as well. And then I want to elevate it or make some kind of another layer on top of that. Some kind of these tower things, which I think is super cool. What if we place that right here? And then like that. And then like that. Yeah, let's... something like that. Then this one goes up here. I think that should be alright. And then we're gonna kind of just build around it, but now we have a decent shape to work with. We can step back, take a look, and kind of imagine how everything would look. I'm just gonna connect these up here. And I'm gonna do the same right here. And then this one going all the way around. Like that. And then we can try to imagine how the build will look in the end. So let's step back a little bit here. I think that would be cool actually. I like that idea. And then we're gonna have another building next to it. I'm just gonna have some more crochet here. And yeah, let's fill these in. I think this build will turn out pretty cool. So yes, let's now choose the blocks. Of course, it's gonna be the normal ones, but we're gonna change it up a little bit. I like doing that. So we have these two, and then we can use the dolomite. I think that would be cool. And then like that. Should we have another block as well? I wonder how, like this one, how does that look together with all of that? I think if we mix in a little bit of that as well. And we're going to use this command here to create a tool, which is tool/tool info. So you can use this to get info from the blocks you're using. And then we're going to make a brush sphere. And then we're going to have, I think, 40%. No, let's have 50% of the 2421, which is the last one we clicked at, which is the one I like to use the most. And then we're going to have 30% of the 2237, and then 10% of the other ones, which is 1.5, and then 10% 2356, like that. And now we're just going to check. Yes, that looks to be right, doesn't it? I don't know. Undo. I can't see this block in here, but it... Oh, holy crap. Oh yeah, it's there, it's there. Alright, then let's remove these. And then we're going to click on this one and then mask this brush here to 3514. So now we're only selecting the red blocks when using this replace tool. So now we can kind of fill in only the red wool, and then it's much easier to do the randomization this way, because you can kind of just set a template and then just click. and you don't have to do it on your own, even though I like doing it on my own sometimes because you can make the randomization better, but it spares a lot of time, and when the materials are such alike as these ones, I don't see the reason why to use extra time on just doing that. So that looks a whole lot better right now. Very, very cool. Cool design and stuff like that. I want to fill in with some, and let's use this one. Fill in these floors here, and then we have the basic shell of the building, and then it's easier for us to go back and add in windows and kind of creating a style of our own here. So let's do all of this, fill all of that in, and that should be all, I think. And then on the top here, actually I want to do this, fill in another layer, and then have this one going like that, and that already looks so much better. Let's add some of these as well around the side here. I really like the architectural feeling that has to it, so let's do that. And I've kind of been using that design all around the town here, so kind of want to keep that. So I do something, no, let's use those designs that I find cool and use them for only this town, so that this is kind of some kind of I would say something you can know the town by. You can kind of separate different buildings from different towns by the style. So if that makes sense, because you would do that in real life. You can tell Italian apart from French, and you can tell all the different styles from each other in a way. Some of them have a lot of similarities, and I also want to do that because a desert town is a desert town. You have a limited amount of resources. You would build very similar houses, but like the architectural differences, I think could be a lot different in a lot of builds or in towns and stuff, because it's all about designing and things. So what if we actually move that down instead, and then do this instead like that? Or we could, yeah, let's do that, and then that, and then these ones on top like that. So I kind of want to do something in particular for every town to make each town stand out and be something special, instead of having very many towns that are similar. Because first of all, it's boring to build the same style way too many times. It's fun when you're doing like a small town like this, because eventually the whole town looks good. So it's kind of a one big project instead of many small houses, if you know what I mean. But I think for doing many towns with the same style all over again, I don't think that would be fun. So I'm gonna try to make some kind of differences. How is that? Is that too much? Absolutely way too much. Okay, so not that, I guess then. How about let's add some. Don't we have anything? Yeah, we can use this one. Like that. Yeah. That's alright, I think. We can also have like this one on top to even add another spike to it. Like that. I'm not too sure on that one. The top one, let's remove that. I think it was better the way we started it. So let's do it like that, and yes, it looks a lot better. Here I want to kind of gradually make a transition over to that block, so we're going to use these like that, and then I think we have kind of something happening here, so let's use these ones and do something like that, and then something like that maybe. I think that's kind of cool. I don't think it... Yeah, I think that's cool. I like the overall shape of this building here. I'm gonna have some more protein shake here. Just a second. It's so delicious with protein shake after a good workout. It's like one of the best feelings in the world. Keeps me going. So let's add the staircase going up here. This is the level we chose. Yes. Actually, let's kind of fill in a little bit here, so we kind of signalize where I want the floor to be in this build right here. So right there, like that, and then going that way, like so. And then we're gonna fill in like that and like that. Simple, very simple. And then let's add one of these here as well, if it's not too much. No, I feel like that's a little too much. Let's add a flower pot instead, just because we can. Let's add this one, and then flower pot like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool, kind of neat, like that. I approve. And then I want to have a lot of this action here happening around. I really like the feel or the look this has to a building, so let's do that. Which is just some kind of porch area in front of the building, or like, yeah, some kind of sun cover, I would say, because it's not raining much in the desert, but to cover yourself from the sun you would use stuff like this. That's pretty cool. I also like using these fence gates because they add a nice texture, which I think is looking kind of desert stylish. Because that's super cool. And then we're just gonna have some of these curtains around. We're gonna use color, which we haven't used much. Green, I suppose. And we need to kind of just remove some of these again. I know it's pointless building them when we're removing them, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So like that, and then we can just remove these again, and then place these in, and then like that. Yes, that's cool. I like that. And I could like to have that in front of here as well, but I don't think I will do it the same way. I think I'll use these ones, and then do it like so instead, and then do some small supports like that in front of the doorway. And I'm gonna put in this for the door, and then get some of these red doors. I really like the color, and I've used that for all the builds here. So something like that. And I also want to use this here on the top floor. So let's do that. Let's I wonder if we should maybe add that all the way out here for this one. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? I think that would be a lot cooler. So let's do that for this one. And then fill in with layer blocks, or it's actually a trapdoor, I do believe. And then, actually, while we're at it, let's add this curtain here before we so we don't have to remove more blocks again. And then I want to have something here as well. Yeah, that should be good, I think. So like that, and then filling in here, and then moving you, and then replacing you. It's kind of tricky to get this right, but when you're done with it, it looks so cool. So I really like, I just enjoy building it, you know, and don't really care about the time it takes me, because the result is so worth it, I guess. So yeah, that's cool. I like that it's a little bit bigger than the first one, kind of separates them a little bit more. That's a cool feeling, a cool vibe. Very cool. Now let's start adding some windows and stuff around here. We're gonna use the same design as usual. I have this one here, and then this one, and then shutters on the side like that, which is alright. Actually, I want to grab the door while we're at it, so I can place it. We could have the door on this side actually, and then we would walk around here. Because that frees up a little bit of space here, because you don't have to have an open space for the door to be. So let's do that. And then have the door here like that. And then we can only have a window here. Like that. And then shutters, because you would cover your windows for the wind when it's like a sandstorm or something like that. Let's do a small window here. And yeah, and then there like so. That's super cool. And in the back here, I want to do some kind of like, do I have it here? No, I don't think I have it around here somewhere. Yeah, in the back of this building we do have it. Some kind of this thing happening. I think that looks super cool. Or maybe we should have it. We could even build it there. Yeah, I don't think we should have more on this side. No. Let's not do that. Let's just have a window here, because we already have one exit to a balcony on the first or the third floor here, so we don't want to have too many exits on one floor, I suppose. So do something like that. That's super cool. And then let's have a door here. And then we're gonna have some doors here as well, or windows, I mean, some smaller ones. And then let's do the entrance here, maybe like that. Yeah, that's cool. And then no, there we go. Then a big window here in the front. Like that. Very cool. I wanted to do some more detailing. I just felt like this area here was a little plain. So do something along those lines, just to kind of decorate them a little bit. And we can use these ones with that one. We can do like that. And then maybe do the same over here. I really like the button feel, which when you add it like that, looks kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty right. I think that's a decent design. And then I want to do this thing in the back, which I talked about. So let's go over here and grab all the materials that we need. And this small balcony here looks super dope, I think. So we're gonna do like that. I think that should be all that we need. I'm gonna take some more strategic here. And then we're gonna figure out where we want it. I think on this side here. So all the way down. No, maybe let's do it like that. So it's not completely on the side, and that kind of breaks up the symmetry here a little bit. And then we're gonna like no, like that, and then you go like so, and then we place the rails on the side like so, and then you on top like that. It's actually very simple. And then what I like to do is to place an arch here like that, but then you can also fill in those ones. So from the outside it looks super cool. A nice small detail like that. Very, very nice. Then what I want to do is to add some of these wooden support beams going through the building, holding the floors up. I've been doing that for a lot of my buildings, and I think it looks super cool. So these ones are supposedly going through all the way through here and then holding up this floor here. So I think that's a very cool add-on for builds like this. So this one will go through and then get here and there. Yes, I think. And maybe here as well. And then go out here and there. Yeah, that's cool. Cool small details right there. And I feel like this wall here is a little plain, so we're gonna fix that. But first we're gonna do something that might change it before we do anything drastically. We're gonna add some of these bigger sandstone bricks, just because it breaks up some of the patterns. Actually, let's do that and like that, because that breaks up a lot of the plain textures by just adding that right like that in the mix here. So if we do something like that, I think will look a lot better already, and then we don't have to do some drastic changes to the whole build here. But let's wait and see before we decide anything. Yeah, we've already done it all the way around now. Let's add one here as well. And it already looks a little bit better. But I feel like this side here is plain. So what I want to do is just to add some supports going up like that. Like so. Support the wall. It already looks better. Something should happen here. I wonder if you should just use this one and then a button on the side. It could help a lot. I don't know, I'm not completely sold on that one, but it looks better. It does, but it's not like the best thing in the world. That's kind of tricky to get that, because you have this big space here which is just plain, and I would love to have something happening in plain spots. But it doesn't look bad. I just don't feel like it's looking the best it could look. What we can do is to get some help from my friend, the architect's helper, which is this here. We could do something like that. I know it's a desert and stuff, but it's close to the water, and we can do something like that. And yes, that kind of covers it. So yeah, it's a simple fix, easy fix, but it does the job and it looks super cool. This window here is messed up though. There we go. Super cool. I like the design. I like how I'm improving in the way I build this style here. That's kind of what I like by starting new styles, because you evolve with them. You don't just build them, but you learn to build them better every time you play with them. Yeah, that's pretty cool. No. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. What if we do something, or maybe upwards? Nah, let's just keep it how we did it in the first place. That looks good. Okay guys, that is all I got time for today. It was a long episode, but we got a lot of job done. Interior is next on the list here. I'm not gonna do that today, unfortunately, but I don't have the time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it. So make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.